Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in The Sims 4 again, and this is my first build, testing out the new pack in The Sims 4, the cottage living pack. I normally do a renovation as my first build because I think it's the best way to get to see all the stuff without worrying about building an actual full-on house where you have to worry about the design and blah blah blah. But I was looking at all the cottages and I was like, I don't really know if I want to renovate any of these yet. You know, either they were too big and I was like, I can't be bothered doing a whole big renovation, or too small and too cute, you know. So because some of them weren't actually none of them are actually that bad compared to some of the other world builds. So I decided to just build an entire house, which is probably a lot more work with who's it's too late now. So I went online and I found this cottage online. I did change a few things about the design because originally it was brown and green and the roofing was brick. Yeah. And so because of the cottage living, I decided because I was trying to only use cottage living base game. Well, I did only use cottage living base game. So I ended up having to make the roof thatched, and I changed it to a blue and white design just to keep it kind of with my kind of designs I like to do, because this is this kind of cottage design is not really something I typically do. I prefer doing modern or suburban homes, but it was still I really like these type of builds. I just never do them, so it was fun for me to do something different. And maybe because this stuff is in the pack now, now that we've got this in the game, I actually might start building more stuff like this. Because when I built my barn, if you've seen that video, I built a barn before cottage living came out to see how hard it was before the pack would come out. I haven't actually built it after the barn afterwards, but I'll do that soon. But basically, there was only 4 farming items in the whole game, and it's well, how you need to build an actual barn kind of thing. Now we've got the crops and the stuff to actually make it an actual proper farming barn. I don't know. Yeah, but overall, I actually I still went with the very cutesy design like I normally do. Obviously the blue and white helped. If I only went for the darker green and brown, it probably wouldn't have looked as my style, but again, it's my style, so that's what I do. And so as you can see, I hadn't seen anything of the pack yet, because I wanted this pack to be a full surprise, so I had no clue what anything in the pack was. I originally actually wanted to do it with just cottage living, the whole house was just cottage living, but because there were certain things that the pack didn't have, I mean, you're not going to get everything, but it didn't have a toilet in the pack kind of thing, so you had to use base game if you wanted to have a bathroom. So and that's when I kind of was oh, I better actually use base game as well. I mean, obviously the walls are base game, but of course they are, but I was literally just trying to use cottage living, and I was doing quite well, and then obviously you find one thing that you actually get a base game thing for. So, but it's probably 90%. The outside isn't fully cottage living because there actually isn't many plants that come with this pack. You think for it's not fully outdoorsy, but you think for something like this that's focusing on a bit of farming, there would be a bit more plants. Because I was there's no trees. Literally the only plants are these weird animal bushes, and I was oh, okay. I mean, you wouldn't have that many plants because you're more it's more crops and animals than gardening. But still, I was oh, it's a bit of a letdown. So again, I actually kind of did struggle with the outside. I did my barn video. I was there was nothing to put on the outside. Like this time, I was like, there's nothing to put on the outside if I'm just doing base game and cottage living. Which obviously, if I had more packs, obviously I could put more stuff out there. But like, it's primarily those like the crops, and I ended up putting 2 chicken houses and 2 animal houses. Is that what they call it? I can't remember. Just to fill up this pack, because I did end up, because there's only 1 empty lot in this pack, so I ended up using that one, and it's actually huge. Like, this lot is huge, and so I was like, how do I fill up the space? Because originally I was gonna be doing a bigger house, but I ended up making it smaller because, like, what am I meant to put in here? And I've got to do a 3rd bedroom, like, and I don't know. And there's tons of empty space anyway, so that's why I shrunk it down a bit. I always end up starting bigger and then making my builds smaller in the end, because you don't need that much space. You don't need so much space, you know. There's not enough stuff in the center. Actually, your house is going to be primarily clutter, you know, and putting clutter down takes bloody ages. So, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, I kept the blue theme throughout. I did 1 room green because I was like, this house is a bit crazy if it's fully just blue and white from the inside and outside. There obviously are a bit of other colours, like obviously the kitchen has the pink and the rugs have a bit of like orange in them and stuff. Yeah, but there's only also 1 rug that comes with this pack, and at first I was very confused because when you look at it, it looks tiny before you actually click it. I was like, is this going to be like a bath mat? But it turns out it was like it's a good sized rug. I'm not complaining about that, but when I looked at it, I was like, is this right? Like, it's so small. But it's the right size rug, you know, like for like putting, because like a lot of the rugs in The Sims are either like too big or too small. And there's only a few that are like the perfect size, you know, like they fit under beds, they fit, you know, if you want to put a couch and 2 seats, it perfectly shapes the lounge. I don't know. I'm a big person of rugs, so the fact that I have a rug that's the right size is really good for me. There also isn't very much clutter in the pack. It's a lot of like kitchen stuff, which I actually for some reason didn't put a lot of stuff in the kitchen. I think I just kind of moved on from it. Yeah, it's not my favourite kitchen. It looks kind of like the country kitchen kit. It's like, but I guess it is still like a country kitchen kind of thing. So, and like with my barn build, I did actually use that country kitchen because it's the closest to like a barn style kitchen. I don't know. But so I mean, I probably won't use it that much. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a bit. As you can see, I'm doing my green room right now, so there's 1 room that isn't blue in the house. But that's pretty much the inside done. It's a pretty basic. I did like the same layout as I normally do, just only using country kitchen. Okay, what am I saying? Country kitchen, cottage living. I started doing about one thing I was having in my head. But you can pretty much build the entire house with just this pack. There's only a few things that I'm missing. Like there's no like what's it called? I forget what it's called. Dining table, not dining table. Coffee table. There's no coffee table, and there's no toilet. There's no showers. But overall, there's pretty much everything. But you expect that in an expansion pack, you know? It's not like. When I was really excited for Dream Home Decorator because you could actually do like an entire house with it, and that was not even an expansion pack, and so, you know, this you would expect, you know, stuff like that. Right now I'm doing the outside. This side of the house I didn't struggle with because I was like, yep, I can do the farming stuff here, it'd be great, you know, I'll add a pond. But then I got to the other side and so I was like, what do I put here? Like this stuff for the household area, my had no clue what to put here, so I ended up just putting random stuff that doesn't make sense. Also with this pack, it has only one like gravel thing with it. Again, kind of confusing, so it's meant to be like an outdoorsy pack. But I think they actually focus more on the actual cottage side, because like I hadn't actually seen anything about the pack. I just knew it was about farming, and so I was like, okay, there's actually not that much with the farming. I mean, I haven't played the gameplay yet, but right now I'm just like, it's more cottage. Obviously it's called cottage living, so I should have suspected it was just primarily cottages, but and there's nothing, I don't complain about it. Primarily build pack. Obviously Dream Home Decorator I was obsessed with because it was primarily building. Well, it is all building, and so you know, it's just we like get together and stuff, but I'm not. We'll get to work. Obviously we'll get to work. I think I built once in that world. There's only one free lot, and I don't really do the gameplay side of The Sims very often, so you know, that was kind of, that pack wasn't really for me. But you can definitely build an easy, cute house with just base game cottage living with this pack. So if you like farming and cottages and stuff, I would definitely recommend this pack for you. But if not, maybe wait for it to be on sale. I was talking to my mate, and she was like, have you got the pack? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I'm probably just gonna wait for it to be on sale. I mean, if it's not for you, then why should you know? You don't need to get it straight away. Get the packs that you find interesting. Like I was like, I need to get Dream Home Decorator straight away because I love interior design and stuff like that. Where like this, I'm not that interested in like cottages and stuff. I mean, I do like farming and stuff like that, but it's a very cute pack, but it's not my style of build. So, but I did try. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think I'm just adding like the final things. Like I end up adding more props and stuff to the side just to fill it up. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Probably was another cottage living video, since I'm probably gonna be building with just this for a while.